Hello everyone. Last time we did our wireframe, but now we're going to enhance it further. Now the whole idea is to give it a color, images, and make it nice as possible. All right. So how do we start with finalizing the colors? I think the best way to start with choosing the colors is to understand what the requirement is, what the client is expecting, what the business goals are, who is your target audience. So you have to consider all these possibilities or variables when selecting your color. And how can we define color for a corporate, for example, for a corporate business? Also, usually blue is considered to be the more corporate sort of color and more cold colors, right? And then you have the warm colors like happy colors. So depending on the target audience, the mood you want to convey, you can use those colors. But for this app, we are going to use a, a website called Colors, and it will help us in getting selecting a color palette that we can work with, right? There are other websites as well that you can that you use for color palettes, but I like this one because the export system is also easy. Another one is Cooler. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, by Adobe. It integrates into the ecosystem, Adobe ecosystem easily. This also allows you to define your colors, choose colors, play around with uh, uh, whatever other possibilities of they can do. Let me get the website for that. I think this is not the one. Mm, maybe this one. Right. So this is the website. So it allows you to select color palettes. Right. Now, but so we'll go into good this one later. But for now, we'll use this one. Colors. Right. Quickly, we want to get a color palette that we can use. Right. Okay. Getting on with it. Let's click on Explore. Um, so in Explore, I'm gonna use from picks. The picks means it's what's been picked by people. Right. So let's because it's a cake website. What color do you think? I think should something lighter and pinkish should work. Maybe this one could work. So let's export this. I'm just taking a random color palette. So I've exported as PNG. Now I want to save this image as save image as palette replace. Okay. So why I've using PNG is because I'm going to import this as an image and then select my colors from this image. I'll use color pick and then add them to my list. Alright, so we have this. So how do we use these colors now? This is more like a fine tuning. Okay, this is not a one-time activity that you whatever color you select is going to work out. But that is not the case here. You have to fine tune all the colors that you have. Okay. So first of all, let's go for the navigation. I think we should keep it white as is. And the logo. Let's try this color for the logo. Let's say this is a brand color. Okay, okay. That's still kind of black, bluish. And for the card, because you want to make sure the card is slightly highlighted, so what you can do is you can just select this color. Select let let's try. Oh my god, sorry. Let's try this color. Pick the color up. Um, why is it selecting? Oh, okay, this is selector. Sorry about that. Select the card. Pick your color. Try this. Okay. And for the menu, let's use again this color. Okay. Uh, Now, in order to avoid picking those colors again and again, I'm going to save these colors. Okay, I'm going to delete all the old ones. Just select and drag here. Okay, select this color, select this color, add it, and this is a white and this is bluish. Okay, so now we're gonna add an image. So what I'm going to do to add image is I'm going to control shift I to import and select one of the images. I'll use this one. Okay, so I need to fix this image within this box. So what I need to do is I'll select the image and the box I think I might need to change my mouse, it's really horrible. And then I'm going to object, uh, was it not giving me a mask option? Let me try again. I need to mask these two. I need to mask this image to the shape below. Mask. Okay. So this is mask now. All I need to do is just adjust the location. Yeah. And I can drag and do whatever I want to do. So we have this. So we have our cake, cake image, and the navigation that we have defined. Just to be sure. Um, right now we're going to give these categories a color, ungroup them just for just to make sure that you can easily select them in one go. Give them a color. Now I'm selecting the text. So that was very fast now because I've selected those colors and they are in my uh, list. So I'm gonna use white. I'm gonna say white as well, something, right? So that is the color we can give. Um, Sort of works. Not too great, not too bad, but yeah, could be that better. So now we're going to use, for the headings, we'll use the same color as the logo, which is this one. Okay, and for this I'm going to use I'm going to ungroup them all of them. I might need to redraw, so I need to import an image into this. I'll use this image. Let me just drag it down. I'm not going to mask it, just ungroup it together so that, yeah. So this is just an idea. I'm going to replicate this image so everywhere. There you go, and there you go. Okay, same here. Select this thing, bring it down. Select a group, bring it down. I'm not. What do you call this? I'm not deleting the ones behind, just for this tutorial purposes. Otherwise, I would make sure the file is lighter as possible. I don't want to spend too much time fixing things that we have already fixed. Right. And for this, let's use the color for this. Um, for the text, select all that text. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's see what color can work. Maybe this one. No, too light. Maybe this one. Yeah, that could work. Alright, so I'm going to save this color again, so now I have to use it. So I have to find it. Now the pricing. Pricing could be this one. Yeah, this really works well. So pricing is not too bright. That's the whole point. What I'm doing is I'm selecting all the pricing elements. Oh, come on. Let me just do it one by one. Save this color. Select this, and select this. Alright, so our home page is sort of ready. Right, you could just use some. Now another thing you can do is enhance this. Is have another box on top. Right, you can play around with possibilities. Um, and give it opacity. Just decrease the opacity or change the color. See what you want to do there. Right. Or another thing is you could just use background blur, right? Something like this to give it a nice look. Interesting look. It could work, could not work, depending on what you want to do. Right. But for now, let's keep it simple. Okay. So our menu is ready. Now you see, if I change my, because my menu is already a symbol, and I change the colors on the one of the menus, and it's being reflected everywhere. So we don't have to work again and again for these things, right? Now again, this is still a grid. So I'm going to change it because this is in grid. You'll see the magic of it. I'll change the color of one element. The whole thing is going to change. All right. Look, colors for everything is now changed. Again, for the pricing, select this, and you select your color for the pricing. Right. So everything is done. It's just, it just works. I'm going to select one of these boxes, and let me try importing one image so that we can use the power of repeat grid, and it will should be reflected everywhere. Okay. Let me take my cake image. Right. Let's try that. I'm not sure about it, but we can give it a try. Center it. Select my box. Select my image. Okay. Try masking it. Object. No mask. I can't make mask. Let me try again. Control G. Maybe next time. I think try it next time. So for now, I'll just have to drag these bad boys. Yeah, that could do the job for me now. No need to burn yourself. Just copy paste. Copy paste. What I'm doing is I'm not copy pasting. Actually, I'm holding Alt and dragging the items. All right. Yeah. Not precise, but does the job. Okay. So one thing that I realize is if you have different images, it's gonna look really good. But because we have the same image and looks sort of monotonous, so what I want to do is I want to decrease the opacity a little bit so that it's not so imposing. Right. So the kids next door have woken up and they're gonna make some noise, and you're going to hear them. Wo- Which is let's bring it back because then it will start looking really bland. Let's do it about 80%. Okay, 80%. Yeah, that could work. No, let's just leave it vibrate. I don't. Yeah, let's leave it. Now we're going to enhance this section, the filtering area. Because this is a secondary function, so it's a secondary action, something to do with the that the user might not actively use them. I mean, they can use them, but they will be uh, out of necessity, right? So if they want to do it, they can do it. So we don't need to impose too much strong colors on this. Yes, the kids are making noise. So apologize for that. They're crying. Just they just started and they started crying. What color should we use for this? Maybe white could go, but we already have white here. But that's not gonna work out. Maybe what we can do is leave it white, okay, and create a subtle line below. Subtle line, and the color could be this one. Alright, and for the same for the icons here, let's use grayish color, and this could be because this is your main text sort of the category page. We can use that, or maybe for line we can use this color as well. It could give some nice. So Adobe has added few more options on your strokes, so you can use the dash also if you have to, right? 1 pixel. So you can see the nice dash there, right? Yeah, we could use this. Could gives nice look, interesting look. Not very conventional, but yeah. But for the sake of this design, we could use it. Alright, coming back to our next page. let's use the same colors. Now my colors are basically defined. All I'm doing is just selecting my colors and adding them where I have to. All right. Color, description, secondary text, description. See, one thing that you need to realize is I've selected them, and so this one thing you need to realize is this is a group, but I'm selecting these individual items by pressing command and clicking on them. This is the secondary text. I'll use this one for this, but this is looking too light. This is too light for a text. Mm, I need to give it some different color. So we have this, and this. So we have all these colors in the palette. We can't do much about it. I'll have to think of a different color. A black color could be nice, but like 2121. If you the hex value for this color is 2121. This is like a good black color that you can use. Then again, images, Control C, Control V. See, the whole point is to uh, get your head around the the designing process. I mean, right? We don't want to create a high fidelity app right now. So if you see the video from the beginning, you realize that that's what we're doing. We're going through the process uh, step by step, and at the same time trying to create something, you know, meaningful out of it. Right? Because now need to realize this is a call to action button, so it has to be stronger. So I'm gonna select the brand, the primary color, which is this one. See, now it's started looking pretty nice. I mean, if we had images, even dynamic images, it would just give something a different look altogether, and it could be, you know, useful, right? So and then we have these colors again. Select it, change your color, image, select the image, Control C, Control V. Right. The reason I took this project as a whole, because I mean the reason I took it as a multi app with multiple sections is because this is how you would usually go about page to page, right? And define your design step by step. For this, we'll use again. Oh, is it gray? No, gray is bad. This is a really bad color for this section, because this is something. This is the total of the how much you have in the card, so it has to be slightly prominent. See, you could use bring it down a little. That was slightly imposing. Bring it down a little more. What I think is these two are not aligned properly. Now group them. I'm going to center them. All right. Now let's see how this works with our other color. Total, card total. I think this one needs to be stronger. The amount needs to be stronger here than the card total. So I'm going to make it bold. Sorry, start selected book, bold, and now this one regular. The reason is now I want my user to know the attention should shift from not the card total to the actual amount. I mean, card total, it has to be, it will be considered, but if you just close your eyes and look back again, the first thing that you will see in this section is this strong color and then the amount. Okay, that's the whole idea. This is why I'm changing the font weight. Now for changing font weights can help you in uh, create visual balance. Right. Our pricing again. So I think for some reason the pricing is being changed here as well, because we have changed the pricing color here on the grid. I think that's what it's doing. Maybe I'm not sure. Let me try the color again. Yeah, that's fine. And this one, these two. So again, I'm going to use my black, which is 212121. Okay, we'll save this black. Again, for these, they don't need to be very highlighted. Let me just ungroup this. Sometimes it becomes very difficult to select, and I want to use this color. Ungroup. Control Shift G is the shortcut for ungrouping. Okay, yeah, there you go. We have our app ready almost, and now we need to give it nice thank you. So thank you, because it's see, I'll tell you another thing about colors is that because this is a happy kind of moment, so we prefer to use warm colors in that regard. For example, yellow is considered happy color, and it's associated with the if you see most of the kid website, there's lots of bright yellows in there. So that's one of the reasons people brands use the yellow color, right? We don't want to make it gray, because gray is very it's just not very interesting color, right? Good, but this, yeah, this one is also vibrant. We could use this. And now for the shop again, use our uh, we might need to decrease the opacity of these to about, I think that's not working either. Yeah, that's fine. No, actually, yeah, just leave it like this. Alright. So one thing that I think feel is we should do is just give a good gap between them. Alright. So there you go. Our app is all visually enhanced with small. We didn't do much in terms of effort that we put in, but we have used uh, XD to get our work done for us, and that is what the whole idea was initially. At the same time, we learned about colors, how to use them, what the colors means. There's a lot more that can be read about colors. For color theories, monochromatic colors, complementary colors, compound colors. So if you go into details, you find more interesting concepts about colors that you can use. But for now, I think this does a job. And next video, we are going to prototype it and see how, and use Adobe to link all these elements together. For example, this button to the next page and whatnot, okay? And how to share that with your clients. Right. So thanks a lot for watching. Let me know if you need any assistance, or if you think you need some help with some topics or whatnot. And then again, please do subscribe and let me know what you think about these videos. Take care. Bye.